Hi guys, this is Dr. Aeronautics. Happy Father's Day. By request and by my own popular opinion, here is the ICE train on the Northeast Corridor. Now, if you know your Northeast Corridor history, you'll know that this actually happened in real life. In October 1993, an ICE 1 train came to North America, operated on Northeast Corridor rails and the 11,000 volt 25 hertz power as a Metroliner service for a few weeks. And we actually have some videos of this on YouTube. If you look up Willie Kamina, he has a video, and Skyscraper Television has another video from the external area. The Willie Kamina video, 1993 Amtrak's ICE tour, actually shows what it was like on board the train. There was an Amtrak logo that was in the white spot between the upper headlight and the lower headlights and grille. And they even operated the board restaurant on the NEC, if you can believe that or not. And then the results from that were used to try and help form Amtrak's opinion on what they would do for the proposed American Flyer high-speed train, which became the Acela Express. So this is why I believe that the ICE is Amtrak's father, or not Amtrak, the Acela's father. And the Acela also had an uncle too. That was the X2000. Anyway, we are departing in 2 minutes. We're going to operate as Acela Express train 2207, and just to see how this operates. The Acela Express is actually closer in capability to the ICE 1 train. The Acela Express has a top speed of about 167 to 170 miles an hour, and the top speed for the ICE 1 train, there it is, 280 kilometers per hour, is actually 175 miles per hour. So the modern Acela Express, as well as the still modern ICE train, are actually very close in capability. So we're going to put the reverser forward, and you'll hear what is typically the German train protection used in PZB signaling, otherwise known as Zubeeinflussung, and you'll hear the computerized voice activate that. Now, I'd imagine that when they brought it to the Northeast Corridor and North America, you probably would have heard something like ACSES, because that's the protection service that the Northeast Corridor uses. There we go. I'll turn the train audio up just a little bit. The ICE 1 is basically what I would call very similar to the musical train, because when it starts up, you basically hear a chromatic scale, and then it builds and builds, and you hear this ominous tone in the background, and then there's a bass drop at 28 miles an hour, which is hilarious. So that's why I call this the music train. It's actually one of my favorite high-speed trains. I used this in the creation of my own Northeast Corridor supplement that runs a little bit further east of the Northeast Corridor. I don't have any videos from that in modern times, because that was created using the old version. That is the old version of Train Simulator in 2014, before it was good. So I need to give it a facelift. Anyway, so you can hear the scale counting. You'll hear 11 unique pitches as the train accelerates. Okay, so that's the final pitch that we've reached. It's basically going to sound like this until we reach 28 miles an hour, and then you'll hear the bass drop that I was talking about. We are due at BWI Airport at 12:27. So as we start to come in on 28, you'll hear that ominous background tone building. And I would imagine when they brought this train over, they had to give it a bell. It doesn't have a bell. All right, we're getting really close now. There it is. Okay, so now the train will begin spooling up like you would expect an electric locomotive to. So the deep pitch will basically get higher and higher, or if we decelerate, we'll transition back to the slower speed sound. And since this happens at 29 miles an hour, said Baltimore there, the Fulton neighborhood, because our speed limit is 28 miles an hour, we're basically going to transit in and out of that region, so you'll probably hear it go back and forth several times. And I don't think that the ICE one is a tilt train, which means that when it ran the location, it probably would have been running the Metroliner speed limits that the AEM7s would have used. Because it's running as the Metroliner too, it didn't need to run any faster. The Metroliners were basically the old Acela. They were pulled by the AEM7s, and I can't remember, they might have had a speed limit of 135 before the Acela came, and then when the Acela showed up, they lowered the speed to 125 because there was no need to go quite that fast. No, it was always 125. Oh, this is really cool. So I'm taking a look at the Wikipedia page for the AEM7, and it compares it with predecessors, both the length and the weight, which is actually pretty interesting. So it compares it with the E60 and the GT1. So the AEM7 was shorter than both of them. And amazingly enough, the GT1 actually outperformed the E60 in being more powerful, faster, and lighter. So it kind of seems like the E60 was just a complete joke. I'm also running this a summer now because we're in June, and so you can see the shadows are very intense now because the sun is so high up there. Let's see if we can find the sun. It's going to be somewhere way up there. I guess in the clouds right now. It might be right about there. Anyway, this time of year, the sun is super duper high. Alright, now we can start accelerating again. Yeah, so I am under the interpretation that Summer should be defined as the months of June, July, and August, and this is because when we talk seasons, generally people are more interested in temperature. And the reason that people say that summer starts on June 21st and runs to September 21st, or generally there, is because that's when you transition from the the summer solstice, which is what starts summer, to the autumnal equinox, which ends summer. So astronomically, yes, that's correct. If you want to define astronomical summer, that's how you would do it. Now, my issue comes along where people want to begin saying, "Oh, it's June 19th. It's spring. It's not supposed to be hot. Why is it so hot?" That's where defining meteorological summer comes in handy. So if you design meteorological summer as including the months of June, July, and August, I think you'll find that the temperature, there's a lot less complaints about the temperature being aseasonal. Same thing in September. You know, people complain, "Oh, it's in the 40s in September." Well, the reason it's in the 40s in September is because, newsflash, September, meteorologically, is a autumn month. Let's see how we're doing on time here. I think we're due in 4 minutes. Yeah, 2:27. It's going to be tough to make it in time. We're going to need to go to 100% throttle once we get through Bridge. Or not Bridge, Frederick Road. All right, full power. And like the TGV, we're going to have no issue reaching the speed limit. So let's see, we are good for 105 through this turn. And like the TGV, this is running on kilometers per hour, which means I need to do a little bit of a conversion here. Although I have the cheap speed up because unlike the TGV, this isn't going to read off in kilometers per hour, but rather from a dial. Okay, so we're going back up to 110. Passing a MARC train. So in this era, let's see, I think the GP40WH-2 actually hasn't been around. So I think MARC trains in this era would have been pulled by they would have been pulled by either E units, F units, or GP39H2s, I believe. And I don't know enough about that era of MARC trains to know which ones were faster. I don't know what the gearing of the E and the F units are. Some of them gear quickly, others do not. So, not exactly sure about that. I think there might be an issue with the speed limits. They seem a little bit off to me. So the 90 that I would normally be concerned with is coming up in after BWI Airport, but it's showing up as 110 for some reason. So that's a little bit suspicious. So we're going to be about 30 seconds late. Not too bad. Doesn't that train sound amazing? I just love that sound. It does have a passenger view. How about that? All right, we're going to really kick up some speed because we're 2 minutes behind. Next stop, Washington Union Station at 12:50. Now, the other thing that I'm going to need to be looking out for, and this got me in the TGV, is I don't have ACSES signaling, and at some point we're going to make a move over to the number 2 track so that we can go a little bit faster. So I'm a little bit concerned about not being able to tell when that is due to the cab signal aspects. Okay, we are now clear to 125. And we're not anywhere near as nimble as the TGV, so I think I know this pathing good enough. We'll move at Grove interlocking, so I'm going to start slowing down for Grove when I feel like it's necessary. let's see. There is, I think this is Fort Meade. Yeah, that's Fort Meade Road. So we're at 110. So when I see 109 or 111, there's a little bit of a sound change over there when you get up to about 115. All right, that's Grove, so I'm going to assume that we're going to be switching at this point. And I think the cab speed for the number 3 to the number 2 track is going to be 80. Hearing this train spool up and down just makes me want to work on that route that I was developing, the alternate Northeast corridor, which is even faster. That one runs to 165 miles per hour. So I actually purposely shortened the train. Oh, shoot, we're not switching tracks, are we? No, we're not. Oh, man. Slowed down for no reason. We're probably going to be late now. Well, maybe not, because Union Station usually allows so much time for its trains to get in. Get right into, there we go. Oh man, look at those red eyes. Demon. Yeah, to get to 165 miles an hour in this train, I actually had to shorten it down to like 6 cars or something like that. And that's, you know, reasonable time. I mean, we could probably get to 165 given enough time. You can see the sun up there somewhere. So it's going to be right on the edge of a cloud right now. There it is. Yeah, that's way up there. It's at like, yeah, 75 degrees. That is realistically far up. I think this view was upgraded. Oh, nope, maybe not. But there we go. There's a little bit more of a. If you put your face in the window, what you would see. I like this perspective more than the normal window ones, because when I ride a train, I don't you know, do this. I stick my face in the window. Whoops. Well, I ruined that shot over the big Patuxent. See if I can try this again. my gosh, we're going to be on the #1 track. This happened to me in real life. It's so much fun. Whoops, too far. I was trying to get that one right, but I missed. Let's get set up at the Bowie Railroad Museum here. They have videos of GG1s going by here. Let's see how we're doing time-wise. We are due at 12:50, and it's 12:38. I think we'll be all right. We're not going to have that major buffer of time that we normally have, but I think we should have enough. Ah, shoot, this stupid glitch is still here. So you notice how the camera is like shaking back and forth a little bit? I don't know what's wrong with this train, but what happens is your field of view will regress into the seat for some reason. So it'll get really huge, and then when you decelerate, it'll go away, and your view will go normal again. I don't know what glitch is with this train. I've not seen it with any other train, and frankly, I'm surprised that it hasn't been fixed yet. It's basically the faster you go, the more your vision dilates, which does happen in real life if you're approaching the speed of light. But rest assured, we are not approaching the speed of light. Alright, milepost 125, we're going down to 120 miles an hour. I love the shadow effects for the clouds. Like, this is a typical summer occurrence. Passing through Seabrook, and not this bridge because that's Carter Avenue, but the next bridge will be the Capitol Beltway. Yeah, going through the shade of a fat cumulus cloud and then back into. No, that bridge was Maryland Route 450. Okay, so it's two bridges. This one is the Capitol Beltway. Let's see if we can redo at New Carrollton. This time I'm going to practice. So it's from here. Nope. From here to there. Yes! Again, another time hack. So we're due in at 12:50 and we've got 8 minutes. It's going to be tight. 6 miles. Dang, we might be late. We're going 2 miles a minute now, but that's going to change as soon as we hit milepost 133. Whoa, okay. Remember I told you about the glitch? This is at full swing. It's getting real now. If you work at Dovetail Games, please fix this because it's frustrating. The Anacostia River, and just a little bit further is milepost 133. That's 132. And this effect should go away once we get really closer, but just imagine that we're on a really, really, really crazy crazy rolling train, whatever thing. I'm trying to be as aggressive on the controls as I can because I don't want to be late. So we got 6 minutes and 2.5 miles. Now, my handling of this train is pretty exceptional, and that's just because I've spent dozens of hours in like 2014 and 2015 testing out the route that I made. Mind you, this was before I knew how the real tolls worked, so it was a mess. So, like I said, hopefully I'll clean that route up so that you guys can see it. It goes from Point Lookout, Maryland, all the way up to... what is that place? It's like Chester Valley, Pennsylvania. It's like really close to Lebanon, I think. So it basically centers on the Baltimore, Washington area, as you can probably tell. And yeah, that viewpoint glitch has settled out again. You can see the vision's not dilated and we're not like swinging back and forth everywhere. I'm amazed at how sturdy this train sounds. Like, you know, some of the smaller trains you'll hear tit-tat, and then when you go around corners you hear squeal. And this train is like tum-tum. And the turning effect is more like a sound. It's very strange. I would not be surprised if this train has a lot higher load weight than most other trains. Like, it's just solid iron. Yeah, boy, jam out to my train. Whoa, that's a glitch. All right, this is it. We're 1 minute early. Thank you guys, and thank you too for joining me on this Father's Day trip using the ICE train, which, as I said, came to the U.S. But we decided to go with Bombardier Alstom instead for the Acela. I've been Dr. Aeronautics, and I will see you guys next time. Bye-bye.